This is how we defeat Black Lives Matter.
We actually show some sympathy for the guy on the other side. How? By pointing out that the left has actually created a domestic plantation in America in which life is unlivable for the inhabitants there.
Welcome to Dave's Club, your one-stop shop for all things patriot and conservative. I'm glad you're here. Dinesh D'souza has good ideas. He doesn't see things on a micro level. He sees on the macro level. The big picture, so to speak. I got a really good clip for you guys today. A conservative member of the audience asked for advice of how to fight against BLM's narrative of America being this horrid, racist place. As usual, Dinesh didn't disappoint. Instead of giving the usual trite answer to supporting the police and getting gangs off the streets, he went deep into human psychology and why people do what they do. All right, let's enjoy this clip of Dinesh.
So my question is that how do we defeat that false argument put forward by the left that America is oppressive to the minorities and the people of color? And also, how is that argument is helping the enemies of America? Because I have seen like anti-American news media, like Iranian media and all, airing the Black Lives Matter protesters and speeches from like Reverend Al Sharpton and over again to prove the point that America is an evil place, which is not. So as conservatives, what should we do to prevent that blackening of America by falsely showing this as a racist country?
If you look at Black Lives Matter and the confrontation between Black Lives Matter and the cops, the instinctive move of our side is to defend the cop, right? And that sets up a picture that the left wants, which is that they are on the side of the poor, the downtrodden, the wretched of the earth, Frantz Fanon's phrase, against the militarized establishment. So, in some ways, politically, cinematically, we play into their hands by doing that. So I would suggest not that we stop doing that, but that we have a second move that's more complex and more powerful and attacks the left where it's actually vulnerable. And that is, we actually show some sympathy for the guy on the other side. How? By pointing out that the left has actually created a domestic plantation in America in which life is unlivable for the inhabitants there. So imagine if you're a poor black guy raised in inner city Baltimore, horrible schools, right? Broken down neighborhoods, gangs controlling the free movement of people. And so essentially, that's a tough way to grow up. It's almost like it gives you PTSD to grow up there. Now, as a society, we need law and order, so we send in some cops who are often the same age as the guys on the street and say, go straighten that place out. It's an impossible task for the cops because they haven't created any of the psychological, the social, and the moral problems of the inner city, widespread illegitimacy, broken families, gangs, drugs. Cops didn't do any of that, nor can they fix it. So my point is, that's what we should fix. And if we do that, we will be going to the root cause of these problems. We will be fighting on the side, not just of the cops, but even of the kid who is up against the cops. And we will make the Black Lives Matter people irrelevant. So I would suggest as conservatives that we, not only because that's the right thing to do, but also because we don't want to fall into the leftist tableau of people of color fighting the cops. We will defeat that image, and we will also prove that we actually can help these neighborhoods in a practical way.
All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed watching Dinesh look deeper into the psychology of BLM and how to subvert it from the inside out. As always, please support the channel by liking and subscribing. I'm churning these out 5 days a week. You don't want to miss it. See you next time.